Hello, what is up guys? EvilDuoStorm here today, back with another Black Desert video. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at inventory management here in Black Desert, and honestly, this is one of the biggest questions I get every single weekend during my live streams. Newer players, older players, everybody comes at me with this one. Where do I put all the crap that this game gives me? And honestly, I've answered it enough times that I think it's time I make a video. So yeah, we're going to go through a bunch of different ways. Some of these you might know, some of these you might not know. If you're a newer player, you're going to love this. If you're an older player, you're probably going to find some cool tips out of this too. But quickly before we get into it, if you're new to the channel, new to Black Desert, or you've been watching videos on my channel and still have not subscribed yet, please consider it. It helps to grow my channel, you stay up to date with new content, and we both win. And without further ado, let's get started with the more obvious options and work our way through the more complex ones here. So the obvious, biggest obvious, most obvious one here is the Magnus questline. Now, if you're still living under a rock and you don't know what the Magnus questline is, it's a questline that unlocks a bunch of new stuff for your account, like new skills, fast travel, like tons of stuff that you're going to want to get from it. But the big one that we're looking at here is shared storages. So completing this quest line here, which is like 30-something quests long, it'll give you shared storages between all the cities in Black Desert. This means that you can go up to any city, or any city storage, click on the storage option, and take out items from anywhere. So I'm in Isleton right now. If I wanted to go to Balanos and I wanted to get this random crystal, I could go get it with the shared storage system. Once you complete the Magnus questline, it links all of these storages from all these different cities in the game with themselves, except for the one that I clicked on, of course. But everything except for that one all gets linked and you can access it from all of them. Now, if you thumb through all of these cities, there are a total of 22 of them. All of them have 16 slots at the base level, which means that is a total of 352 storage slots that you gain access to as soon as you complete that Magnus questline, and I guess visit each of these cities as well. Now, if you still haven't done this questline and you want to go through it, I have the full-on video guide playlist walkthrough of it here, so you can just follow along with this. It'll get you through it in about 4 hours to 5 hours it takes to complete it. Definitely worth doing. It gives you a free piece of pen gear too. Like, I keep pitching this every video. I'm gonna keep going now. We're gonna go. So once we have all of the storages linked here, we can now worry about like expanding those storages. Many of you probably know already that you can use your contribution points, which is this item up at the top here that you get from doing like quests in the game. You get contribution EXP, which gives you contribution points. You can use those contribution points to buy houses throughout the world of the game. So like if you go over here to, I don't know, Velia, and you can click on any one of these different houses and you can buy it for storages or a refinery or a residence, and there's a bunch of different things you can buy. The specific one we're looking at here is storage. The average rate here for a building here is 1 to 3. So 1 contribution point gives you 3 storage spots of storage. Those storage spots in the storage are added into the actual city itself. So you can see right here, I've expanded my value by a couple of points here with these 2 little houses. Now again, the average is 1 to 3, but there are some locations you can go to in the game that are absolutely bonkers for the additional storage space they add for how many contribution points it costs. And most of those are located down here in the southern regions of Black Desert. Now, back in my day of playing Black Desert, you would avoid these locations because they were so far away and you'd have to stage a character out there and transfer stuff through the central market, and it was a pain in the ass. But, oh, can't say that. Can't say that. But again, with the shared storage, it doesn't really matter. You can access these from anywhere. So, to like run it down the line with some of these best ones that we can get, if you head over to the Camasylvia region and go to the Viveretta Hamlet, you can purchase Viveretta Hamlet 1 and Viveretta Hamlet 2 for an additional 32 inventory slots for only 5 contribution points. Those get added over to the City of Old Wisdom Tree, and you can pile up a bunch of stuff in here. Likewise, you can purchase another 2 houses over here at Camp Balax, which is in the Allerton region, and the Camp Balax region has 2 houses that we can buy, or I guess they're tents really, and these 2 are also 32 slots for a total of 6 contribution points. Looking at the cities themselves, Isleton has the Isleton 1, 2, 3, and 4 that'll provide you 64 slots for 11 contribution points. And Odraxia also has the same situation of Odraxia 1, 2, 3, and 4 that'll provide you 64 inventory slots for the 11 contribution points. Coming in at an honorable mention over here in Duvenkroon, we have Duvenkroon 5, which will give you 16 slots for 4 points. Now, if you were to pick up all those storage spots that I just listed off right there, that's 208 slots for a total of 37 contribution points, making the ratio 5.6 to 1, which is like 87% better than the actual rate that you would get normally at 1 to 3. So huge bonuses down in these regions if you're looking to build additional storage. Again, shared storage with the Magnus questline means you can access these from anywhere. Super useful. Now, if you need a bit more storage space and want to get something in the more northern regions of the map, the city of Calphion has some pretty good rates for the storages. One of the best is the Slum 2-1 through 2-7 line. This will give you 72 inventory storage slots here for a total of 18 contribution points, which is a rate of 4 to 1. And you can also pick up the node at Delphinite Castle, which a lot of people always forget about. These 2 houses right here, they link to the Calphion storage, and they'll provide you 13 slots for a total of 3 contribution points, which is 4.3 to 1, 4.3 storage slots to 1 contribution point. So again, those are 2 really good ratios that beat the average. Beyond that, most of the cities don't really have anything too crazy. If you're looking to buy additional storage in cities, look for anything that's 3 to 1 or better. Now, moving on, this next one is going to feel like you're cheating the game. I'm going to be honest with you, because it's pretty broken. If you go to any stable keeper, in their shop option, you will see a wagon registration. The farm wagon is 1.3 million silver, and if you buy that, you'll get a registration. You can then go to the stable there and register that mount and name it something. So let's just call this one Potions, and you'll see what I'm getting at. Confirm, and we now have the wagon called Potions. If you go to that wagon, you can open the inventory of it and place items inside of it. So let's say I wanted to put my energy potions, which I can't put in, but I can put those ones in. Probably can put these health potions in there. You get the idea, right? You could fill this up with a bunch of different potions. You can then take that wagon, click back on the stable keeper, and check that wagon in, and take your horse back out. Go on your adventures and whatnot, and then when you ultimately decide you need more potions, head back over to that same stable keeper, find your potions wagon, well, check in your mount currently first, take out your potions wagon, and then go back into that wagon's inventory and pull out what you need. So you can see that if I check this one in, I have a barley wagon here. This has all of my crops, or my starter crops here from my gardens. So I have a ton of barley here for whenever I want to reinitialize my farms, because you can see right now I'm not running any farms. So when I want to start my farm back up, I'll just pull out the barley horse and drop it in. Now, if you open up your map and click on the horseshoe at the bottom corner, you'll see the stable icon. So bottom right corner, stable icon. You will see every single stable that is in the game, as well as all of your mounts that are all of these. You can do 2 wagons pretty easily in each one of these stables. Each of those wagons has 14 inventory slots, and there are over 40 stables in the game that you can do this at. That's over 1,000 items that you can store in these wagons throughout the world. Now, again, this only really works well on items that you don't plan on needing for a while. So again, for example, in Mountain of Eternal Winter, in Isleton, I've got these 3 wagons here now. And at Windmill's Perch, I have my other seeds. So other crops, if I wanted to do my pepper or if I wanted to do onion, I believe those are the 2 seeds that are inside of those. So the seeds has peppers and more seeds has onions. But all sorts of items that you might not need regularly that you can put on these wagons and put them into these storages here for more like long-term storage. And then if something comes up where you need them, go grab it and pull it out. Also know that there are stable expansions that you can buy in certain cities here. So like in Duvenkroon 1 can be used to add 5 stable slots. That's 5 times 14, which is another 70 storage slots you can get over here in Duvenkroon, for example, if you use the Wagon Method. Now, one final way to get storage spots, and honestly it's kind of a weak argument here, is using your own other characters. So the game by default gives you a total of 6 characters that you can have. If you play on one main and aren't using the other 5 slots, make yourself 5 shies. The reason we're going to make shies is because it gives you family fame bonus for life skill, but that's another little mechanic that you don't need to really think too much on for this video. But make extra characters and put items on side of those characters. If you click on any character, you can use this view inventory function and then search all of your character's inventories for like cron stones or anything you might want to find using this function right here. Like Leviticus has 401 cron stones. Don't know why he still does. You can also do the same feature here at any storage. So if you open up your map, click on storage, click on the find button, and you're looking for your cron stones, you'll see all the different characters that have them or where they are. Each of those characters can get 24 additional slots from playing through the storyline, so that's another couple hundred slots that you can get for playing through with your alternate characters there. Now, one more of them that I almost forgot about here is using the warehouse. If you go to the storage tab and click on the warehouse, there's the central market warehouse where you can store a ton of items. It has a ton of slots available to it. And yeah, you can fill up all sorts of items so long as you don't exceed the weight limit in this storage. I like to put things like crystals as well as like different food products or random items that I might need in here. That way I can pull them off on any character that I might need them. It's pretty simple to move stuff between them. You just click on your character's inventory or the storage that you're in, and you just click the item to swap it into that storage. So like if I want to move those in, just move them in. Just keep in mind that the central market warehouse can only contain items that can be traded to other players, so you might not be able to put all those items that you want in there. But for items that you can, it's pretty useful, so take advantage of it. Now that's basically all I have as far as like free storage spaces that you can find in the game and use to like store items physically. The next portion of this video is going to just be like general tips to help you organize your storages that I also kind of go through on the live streams. So if you're like waiting for more spots, there's nothing else coming and you can stop. But thank you for watching. But if you want some tips on like how I manage my inventories and whatnot, we're going to keep going here. And the first one and the first bit of advice that I can have is set up your cities so that they like store a specific item. In my case, Isleton is my cooking city. I have all of my stuff here that I need to make Valencia meals, and I just keep this city stocked all the time with these items. So if I go out gathering or hunting or anything like that, I put all of the protein sitting inside of this island in storage so that I can use them to cook and make the Valencia meals that I make for my Imperial cooking turn-ins. So set up a city for like cooking or alchemy or something like that. Now the next city that I have set up really well is Odraxia, and Odraxia is where I keep all of the time-limited buffs. So like anytime login rewards give us a Book of Old Moon or Blessing of Camisylvia or a value pack or anything like that, it goes in here. All the EXP buffs that they give us go in here, all the different potions and whatnot, all of that stuff comes over here into Odraxia. Also, Odraxia stores all of my hunting products because the hunting capital of the game is Odraxia here with the Narcian Steppe here, the main hunting area that everybody likes to go to. So Odraxia keeps all of those items and it keeps it pretty well organized for me. Calpheon is where I keep all of my upgrade items as well as my timber processing. So all of my timber nodes that make Calpheon crates feed into the Calpheon. And then I have all of the different weapon exchange coupons, Blackstones, Cronstones, all the items for the Jatina quest lines, all that stuff, Ancient Spirit Dust, Kaphra Stones, all that stuff hangs out here in the city of Calpheon. It makes it easier to find things when you need them, so you know that I just need to go to this city right away. But also, once again, there is the search function, so if you can't find something, you can use the search function. Now, the next one is one that I get made fun of all the time for, and it's these two icons down at the bottom of the screen. So my Black Spirit safe that right now says 194 items, and my challenges menu that says 652, and my mailbox that says 73. So starting with the Black Spirit safe and mailbox, that's the B key on the keyboard for those of you that don't know. And in the Black Spirit safe, everything that's in this Black Spirit safe is literally safe. Nothing in here is going to get deleted. If you don't have a use for this item right away, I would not recommend taking it out, because as soon as you take an item out of the slot, you need to find a place to put it. So these 194 items, I'd need to go and find spots for 194 items. Wouldn't be fun. Now, the mailed side of this is a bit more tricky. There's expiration dates on all of these, so if you don't plan to play for a long period of time, you might want to consider taking items out of this section, but like if you know you're going to be playing before April 30th, like I know I am, I'm going to keep it in here until I can come up with a better use or better storage spot for it. Now, the same thing goes for the challenges menu, which is the Y key. I have 652 of those items available here, but some of these items will expire if you don't claim them, but for the most part, the items will remain, so you can just keep these items as far back as they'll go. I think I have stuff all the way back to 2019. Oh no, 2020 is my oldest thing, March 1st, 2020. Anyway, yeah, these items don't expire, and you can claim them on any character that you want when you need them, so would recommend doing it that way. It's free storage spaces that you don't have to worry about. But anyway, guys, that is going to do it for me. So I hope this video is going to help you to pick out some extra storage space or manage your storages a bit better. If it did, let me know in the comments down below. And also, once again, make sure to check out the live stream every single weekend. Twitch, I answer questions, Q&A, AMA type stuff. Happy to help people with their adventures here in Black Desert. But anyway, guys, thank you all so much for watching today. I look forward to seeing you at the next YouTube video right here, Twitch live stream every single weekend, or wherever I happen to see you. Peace.